Hey friends, just wanted to share with you a few thoughts. I know right now is an incredibly difficult time on so many people. We're having to stay home from work, our children are home from school. We're being told not to go out and socialize with people. We can't go out to eat, go to movies, go to the gym. It feels like everything has just stopped. Everything that we knew, everything that we were familiar with has abruptly come to a temporary end. And we're doing all of this to keep ourselves safe, to try and keep ourselves healthy, but also to make sure that we don't become vectors for passing on this disease to anyone. We remind ourselves that even when we're asymptomatic, that we can still share in spreading it. So we're trying to make sure we do our best due diligence not to spread this coronavirus. I was thinking to myself today that I'm not usually a silver lining kind of guy. I feel like saying, oh, look for the silver lining in this dark time is often trite, but often leads us to denial of confronting hard situations. But I did have a realization this morning that all of the inconvenience, everything that's gone on, everything that's changed right now is being done so that I and the people that I care about and our congregational community and our city at large and America at large and the world at large stop getting sick. And then I think I'm thankful that right now my biggest concern is how not to get sick, and that I'm not personally sick right now, or anybody that I know in my immediate circle, my family and close friends. Thank God nobody has fallen ill yet from the coronavirus. I do have one colleague who is actually doing quite well from what I understand. But I just thank God that right now that my immediate family and friends are all healthy. And that made me think about the people who are either going through the illness or watching somebody close to them go through this illness. Some of those people who are having the serious cases. I also think about the people who've already lost their lives to the COVID-19. I think about their families and how infinitely harder that is than us just not going out to eat or shaking hands with a friend or going to school for a little while. Thank God for the health that we have. And I also want to just take a moment and thank anybody who's in the medical field right now and our first responders for the incredible work that they're doing. I have witnessed some of it firsthand. I have talked to several people who are doctors, nurses, therapists, who are devoting themselves day by day, even at times putting themselves in the middle of potential infection so that they can serve the health of other people, often and more often than not strangers. It's incredible work, and we're grateful to you for doing that. With all of that said, I wanted to share something that came up in our Musar class the other day. We were talking about the parashah this week, Parashat Vayakhel, and it was explaining about how the artisans, Bezalel and Oholiav, were designated for the design and structure of building the Mishkan, the tabernacle in the desert. And they talked about how Bezalel was chosen because of his zirizut, his alacrity. And frankly, I still have to look up the word alacrity every time to make sure that I understand it. But it was about his eagerness to get the job done and do it well. And in the Musar commentary, talked about something in addition to his alacrity. He was so zealous for the job that even if he didn't have all the proper materials, he would figure out how to apply them and how to build the best possible Mishkan he could with the materials he had at hand. But Bezalel rose above the other artisans because other artisans could build a fabulous tabernacle, a fabulous Mishkan in the desert with all of the best materials. But Bezalel knew how to take the lesser materials and turn them into something that was beautiful and perfect. That's what made him so special. Zealous for the job in a way that made him rise above the situation. And I thought about that in other parts of our lives. For those of us that like to cook, we know that next to a master chef, you give them the exact same ingredients that we have, whatever they make is going to be 10 times, 100 times better than what we make using the exact same ingredients. So a master artisan can take the best ingredients and make it better than your average person can do. That being said, I was also thinking about how you take somebody who's not an artist like me, and you give me, like I had in grade school, the praying watercolors, very basic things that were on every child's school supply list, and whatever I painted looked awful. But if you took a great artist, a Da Vinci, a Van Gogh, a Picasso, and you just gave them those same basic watercolors, they could make it into something spectacular. And if it was Picasso, it would probably be somebody with 3 heads, but it would be spectacular just the same. I guess what I'm trying to say is that right now, we don't have all the perfect ingredients. We all have to become B'Tzalels to rise above that situation with eagerness and willingness to make the best out of what a situation. I don't really love the term that when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Because to make lemonade, you need lemons and sugar. And right now, in so many aspects of our lives, it feels like that sugar has been taken away. We don't have the sugar to make lemonade. I was talking about this with a friend just the other day. I used that analogy, and she said something that I just can't forget. She said, no, but try grilling a lemon. I said, what? She said, when you grill a lemon, it causes the natural sugars inside to actually come out. And I thought, wow, what a great metaphor for what we have to do right now, this challenge that we all have. We need to take that lemon and not make lemonade. We need to find the best way to use this lemon and make the best thing we possibly can out of it. And we've got to grill that lemon, and we might have to force those juices to emerge out of it and make something sweeter and more delicious than that lemon could have been on its own. So in this time, while it feels like sugar has been taken out of so many parts of our lives, and we keep getting handed lemon after lemon after lemon after lemon, we do have this challenge to keep grilling those lemons and to find the sweetness that can emerge from any one of us, to share that, to bring comfort to the people close to us, especially our children right now who are so confused. But it goes beyond our children. We've got to look to everyone who's feeling like they're not sure what to do next. And if we find a good way to grill that lemon, we can show them how to do it as well. And we can make this world right now as sweet as we possibly can. And like B'Tzalel, even if we lack the best materials, we can build this world into the most beautiful Mishkan that we can for right now. Unfortunately, my friends, I feel like that's all we can do. So let us do this work together. Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor, it is not up to each and every one of us to finish the work. V'lo ata ben chorin lihibatel, nor are we free to desist from it. So let us do it together. Shalom.